Good morning, everyone. This is Srikanth Rajan, and welcome back to Stock Market Podcast from MPIinvest.com. So, talking about the markets yesterday, markets were, of course, as expected, volatile. It was an expiry day, and the markets were just going all the way up and down without a clear direction. So it was close, decent close, I would say, still positive close, and that was something very important because after the recent low was broken, and from there the way it is rising up back is something really good. So in the last 3 days, the markets have actually had been positive in spite of the US markets being not that great. So naturally we know the reasons now. I don't have to keep repeating that. So if you are having any questions on that, you can just put it in the comment section. So apart from that, if you look at the markets, so basically we could see major power coming in from the IT sector yesterday, and that looks again more like a short covering on an expiry day, and we don't really have a clear direction of the market yet as of now. But one thing is for clear, markets are looking forward to results from next week, and that is something that we will be looking forward to. But apart from that, if you talk about today the most important thing to look about is the RBI monetary policy. So they are coming up with this details at 10 a.m. in the morning. So 10 to 10:30 is what from that time is what I'm expecting the market to see some action. So until then, markets can be just directionless. So it's very important to watch that out because I don't think RBI is going to increase the rates anymore at this point of time. But then, like last time, if you remember, they increased the CRR ratio, and as soon as that was done, we could see the banks falling, and all those banks that fell that day onwards have not even recovered back to that level till now. So, of course, RBI is not going to be coming out with very dovish comment at this point of time, but it is of course expected to be hawkish. But what could that hawkish comment be is something that could be watched out. Apart from that, I mean, naturally, because India is of course going to struggle at this point of time because crude oil prices are at a higher side, and this can be actually disastrous for our inflation number. So, though inflation is slightly above RBI target, they are expecting actually Indian market to actually neutralize soon. But then, if crude oil prices go up, then that could be a danger sign for us. However, if you look at the US is already struggling that fight because US inflation, though our inflation is slightly above the target, US inflation is more than three times the target, almost three times the target. So that is why US is struggling. And in fact, bond yields are going up in the US. So at this point of time, definitely, I'm not expecting a dovish comment. So that could be something that could trigger some movement in the market. So that could be watched out. Apart from that, the jobs data in US today is what has to be in major focus because if jobs data comes positive, then though it's good for the economy, it is not great for the stock market because that could actually lead to people thinking that Federal Reserve will again increase the rates. So that is something which has to be taken care of, right? So these are few things which has to be taken care of at this point of time, and till then markets will be choppy. It can go up and down, and that movement is something which is not great for a trader. So now, which again, of course, I've been talking about this for some time recently because yes, it has not been a great market for trading at this point of time because for a trader, the market it can hit stop losses on either side the way the markets are moving so big. But for an investor, anytime, as long as you're a long-term investor investing on a SIP mode, you just don't have to worry. But in fact, continue to take the benefits. So this is what I would say. So, and talking about the markets can take a break at this point of time. It needs a trigger, and the trigger can start coming from next week. Now, will that be a positive trigger or a negative trigger will depend on the results that is going to come. Naturally, IT sector is going to take the lead, and IT sector would be on constant watch. So yesterday we could see the IT sector because rallying up because of the short covering, because a lot of people who had short positions on their IT sector on expectation that IT can recover or whatever, because it's unexpected on the results that would come up next week. So they have cleared up their positions probably. So however, I don't see an IT rally coming up now. IT is just probably going to consolidate at this point of time. But again, I would not go for a heavy investment at this point of time. But SIP mode is preferred when the markets are in this situation. However, since November is advancing, we can expect some positivity along with the result season. Let us see if the results season or which sector in this result season can actually take the market up at this point of time. So we'll discuss more details on Sunday on the Market Pulse video at sharp at 7 p.m. So before any questions, you can just post it there here. We'll answer them all that time. So that's it for now. Wishing you all a great weekend. This is Srikanth Rajan signing off until we catch up on Sunday. Goodbye. Have a great week ahead.